The fourth Bamarama Mega is coming up soon, and like any Mega, there's going to be a ton of things to do as well as a number of new geocaches to go out and find. And if you're going to the Mega and you're participating in EarthCache Bingo, in this video, I'll tell you which nearby EarthCaches I think line up with which bingo spaces. If this is your first time hearing about EarthCache Bingo, well, I'll leave a link in the description to the video that will tell you all about it. All right, let's bingo this Mega. To figure out which EarthCaches go with which blocks, my first step, of course, was to look at the EarthCaches within a 1-hour driving radius from Alberta, Alabama, a short drive from the Gulf Shores. Turns out there are 36 within this radius as of 3 February. Now, I've heard that some more might be published before the start, so be on the lookout for those. Then I went through them all, looking at what lesson or subjects they touch on, where they're at, their attributes, stuff like that, and then compared everything with the criteria for finding specific blocks. Now, don't forget, an EarthCache can meet the criteria for more than one block, depending on the topic, or again, where it's located, how many favorite points, etc. But you also need to remember that these don't stack. You can only apply a single EarthCache towards a single block. All right, let's take a look at the various block categories. Let's start with the topic category, of which there are 10 blocks. But for this Mega, you can find all but 2. Now, the Mega is in southern Alabama, and not surprisingly, glaciers never made it this far south, so that one's out. And there are no planetary geology EarthCaches anywhere in Alabama, so that one's out as well. All right, so which ones can you find? Looks like there are 10 based on rocks and minerals, 18 on sand and soil, 24 on water, neither of which is really surprising since we're really near the beach. There's 2 on economic, 17 based on landforms, 21 geohazards, 1 on volcanism, and 1 historic EarthCache. Okay, location-based EarthCaches. These can be somewhat harder to analyze, but of the 4 location-based blocks that I can look at, it seems that there are 21 in urban locations, 9 in state or local parks, and 4 within a federally managed location. Now, in this part of Alabama, there are no EarthCaches above 1,500, so that one's out, of course. Now, that 5th block, finding one outside of your home state or province, obviously, I can't tell if you're able to meet this block. I won't because I do live in Alabama, so that one's out for me. Switching over to the time-based blocks. Again, as of the time of this recording, there were currently no new EarthCaches within an hour of the Mega. Again, this may change as we get closer to it. But if you find any 12 EarthCaches while at the Mega, or really any 12 during 2026, you do meet the criteria for that block. Attribute-based EarthCaches. Of the 3 blocks, right now, all 3 are available. I found 7 EarthCaches that have a difficulty or terrain rating at a 3.5 or higher. There are 3 EarthCaches that have 100 favorite points or more, although there was another one at 99, so that one might become available as well. And I found a single lonely cache, which this is my 3rd video supporting a Mega, and in each of them, there were only a few lonely caches, so I certainly think it's becoming a trend. Finally, the channel-based blocks. Now, this is the first time for one of these videos that I could say I will be teaching my class down there on Saturday. And honestly, if you're interested in learning how to create an EarthCache, attending the in-person presentation is always the best way. And you get to knock out that block. I do get it though. There are tons of other stuff and geocaches to find. So if you don't show up, no heartburn. Okay, using the EarthCache or pass form, that of course can be done anywhere. While you're out geocaching, if you see something geologically interesting, take a variety of photos, take note of your location, and send that information to me using the form. I'll leave the link for you in the description. And of course, one of the easiest blocks to knock out is putting a comment in a video. For example, if you put a comment on this video, then you've met the criteria. All right, this is not my first time attending Bamarama. I also attended last year. And looking at their website, there are 13 events leading up to the Mega, starting a week before the main event. Then you've also got the GPS maze, and again, that ton of new caches to go find. So it's definitely worth your time if you're in the area to come on down and check out Bamarama. And if you see me, please come up and say hello, or hey, you're the EarthCache guy. Of course, if this video is helpful, consider liking it, and of course would love to have you as a subscriber. And be sure to hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future content. I'm doing videos just like this one for all of the megas in North America and in Australia. So I hope to see you at Bamarama, and if I don't, I hope you have a great time and that you find a ton of caches, and perhaps some of those will be EarthCaches. Take care. Now, very few people watch the videos all the way to the end. So if you have, I think you're entitled to something else. An easy spreadsheet listing the 36 EarthCaches and which blocks I think they qualify for. So I'm going to put it in a folder, but to access the folder, you'll need the link. I'm going to put the link in the description, but there's a catch. The link I'm going to put in the description won't work until you change one of the digits in the URL. So listen up. Right after the word folders and / is an X. Change that to the number 1. Then it should work for you. Again, I hope you have a great time at Bamarama and that you find many EarthCaches.